All right. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. I have no idea where in the world that you are at. I'm just know that honored to have you with us today as Jose and I get ready to launch something that is going to be unbelievable. It is based on transformation. It's based on keeping promises to yourself. It's really based on accountability. And my name is Dr. Brian Arnold, and I don't know if any of you guys know me or seen me or have been around me before, but you can see that I do not have a lack of enthusiasm. I do not have this lack of just being excited about something. And over the last couple months, I came up with this program that is literally based on accountability, and we got it started, and we got some people in the cohort, and I just realized how big of a deal it could be. And so the first person that I called that I said I wanted to tell about was my good friend, Jose Escobar. And Jose is just phenomenal in so many things and has been such a great friend to me. And I said, Jose, this is what I'm thinking about doing. Jose, this is what I got cooking in the oven. I've been praying about this. And I believe that God actually said, hey, hook up with Jose if you can. Give him a call. I'll give him a nudge as well. And so I called him and I said, this is what I'm trying to do. What do you think? And he massaged it a little bit and said, you're not thinking really good this way, but you're thinking better in this realm, or you're thinking better in the things that you're planning on doing and how you're doing it. And so we started putting together, we started massaging it, we started going, this could make an impact and a difference in so many people's lives. And it doesn't matter what's so cool about it, because it deals with accountability and because it deals with transformation. It's not so specific to any one niche or anything. And so as I got excited about it, and I got excited about being able to do this. I am just a dad, a father, a grandfather. I have 8 children, and I know Jose's trying to catch up with me. He really is trying, and he's going to get there. I bet he will. And I have 16 grandkids, so he's got a while to go from there. His kids are way too little to be thinking about having some kids. But we are very family focused. We are very, very oriented on relationships. And that's one of the biggest reasons that I picked Jose, is because, and I wanted him to be part of it. And then when he got excited about it, you could just see me in the background. My wife is looking at me and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe we're going to be able to do something together. And I've been thinking about doing something with him for, almost a year now. And this has finally come to fruition. And so I want Jose, for the folks that are my folks and the first folks that are a part of this, to be able to introduce him to us as well. And then as I'm with him, and we'll just kind of go back and forth as we spend some time talking about some of the things that we're going to be doing together and how you can fit into what we're doing. So Jose, go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us why you actually want to be part of this and why it's so cool.
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know me out there, Jose Escobar, founder and CEO of the Entrepreneur's Bookshelf, as well as the Connected Leaders Academy. 2 companies I launched almost 5 years ago at this point. Coach, author, multiple time, 25-time published author, a lot of bestsellers, international bestsellers. My primary book is Winning the Day, An Entrepreneur's Guide to Morning, Evening Routine Mastery. I'm a keynote speaker, travel the country and the world, and speak on stages all over. And then, of course, I have a global network, a community, Connected Leaders Academy, of which Dr. B is a part of. And there we have 693 members. We're in all 50 states in the US and 46 international countries, growing every day. I have courses, programs, a comic book series, anthologies I do, and so on and so forth. So definitely heavily involved in business, and I know a winner. I can smell a winner. I can feel a winner from a mile away when I see one, right? And Dr. B has been doing some amazing work. We've been flying close together now for, I don't know, almost 2 years, roughly, give or take. And he actually was a keynote speaker at one of my events, the Speaker Mastermind Live #3 at the Omni Bedford Springs in Pennsylvania not too long ago. And that was amazing. And I saw the fire in his eyes that weekend. I said, this guy wants it bad. This guy is doing whatever it takes to win. This guy has a heart to serve. This guy is the real deal. And I can keep going. So I said, I would love to be somehow involved with Dr. Brian. And at that time, we sat down in the lobby late night, kind of meeting after the meeting after the meeting. And I poured into him in a lot of interesting ways. He asked me a lot of good questions, and I love somebody who asks good questions. And I just gave him a lot of answers. And he said, "Man, that's good stuff." And he went off and continued to create more impact in the things he was already doing. And then he's gotten into other rooms, meeting all kinds of other leaders. And not only is he chiseling other people along the way, but he's also being chiseled as well along the way. And then he comes in and says, "Jose, guess what? I'm doing this thing." He booked a call with me and he started telling me what he's working on, this 90-day program that's going to really elevate people in some phenomenal ways with accountability and discipline and focus and leadership and all the things. And I said, "Oh my gosh," I said, "well, everything you're saying sounds like kind of things that I've been doing in a different way." So I gave him some feedback, and then he threw it out there and said, "Hey, we should probably find a way to merge, find a way to join forces." And here we are. So we're here today to share a bit more about what we're working on, the exciting thing that is actually tangibly here now. It's not coming in the future. It is here now. And before we get into any of that meat and potatoes, Dr. Brian, tell us a bit about, and for the people in my audience that are not very familiar with you, right? Tell us a bit more about how did you get into this, space of coaching, consulting, personal development, and why is the work you're doing meaningful to you?
Yeah, such a great question. And I've been coaching now in different areas, in different spaces. And it started out with athletics. And I've been athletics has been really good to me. I just decided I was going to retire after 39 years of being a track and field coach. And being an athlete at the same time. And so I was able to travel to Europe and be this incredible athlete, but I got so much more out of coaching. And so over my career, I've coached over 7 Olympians. I've coached over 15 collegiate national champions. I've coached probably close to 50 different state champions in 2 different states. And so I just ended this last year with 2 state champions here in Colorado. And I said, wait a minute, I'm done now. We had a high jumper and a hurler. That just made this life phenomenal. And then I decided to start business back in the 2000s and started working with business leaders and helping them to grow to 6-figure incomes. And then I was in financial services in 2008 hit, and boom, it all just kind of went crazy, and had a mortgage company and all this crazy fun stuff that I wanted to do, but I still just wanted to work with people and help people and make sure that we were doing good. And then, so I worked in homeless services for a while. I came back to Colorado. I was in California and came back to Colorado where I grew up, and then worked in homeless services for a while, and then got excited about helping other individuals and individual folks. And then I decided to write my first book, which was called There Is No Tiger, about overcoming anxiety and overcoming overthinking. And it was just been a phenomenal world that I've been able to work through. But then I really got into what can I do that's going to make a difference in people's life? How can I take those athletic coaching principles and put them in people that may be struggling? And what we came up with was this thing in accountability. And it's been part of what I did. I said when I went to get into social media, I am going to do 30 posts, and I'm going to do it in 30 days. That's how I'm going to get into social media. And I made it. Okay, 30 days. Well, if I could do 30 days, I could do 60. If I could do 60, I can do 120. And then I said, well, if I can do 120, I can do 6 months. And then I went to a year, and then I ended up doing 1,187 posts straight days, and said that I could be able to do that. And then I started this year, I started a thing called the Routine Live, where we're at 235 days now of just me doing a devotional that's online that allow people to go. And I realized if success leaves clues, when I was doing financial services, I was on a stage almost every week with Ed Milet and a guy named Patrick McDavid, some of the people that you may know and have heard of, and kind of grew up in that. And Ed Milet used to tell us when I was at his house playing basketball, hey, Brian, success leaves clues. What clue are you seeing right now? I'm saying, well, I'm playing basketball with you at 10 o'clock at night. That's what clue I'm getting, and we're having fun. He says, that's right. Life should be fun and exciting, but you got to help people reach their goals. You got to help people reach their desired aspirations. And that's kind of where this came from. And so it's been so fun being able to meet you and some of the same things that we did together back in the day, where we were at meeting after the meeting after the meeting, not in the same meetings, but doing some of the same stuff and just having this like-mindedness. And, then sitting with Jose and say, hey, you can write an anthology book. You can do this. And he's been able to just expand my mind through the CLA, and being part of the CLA every single week has just been so incredibly inspiring to me. I don't want to miss any meetings every single week. I don't want to miss a time or an opportunity to go where you guys are at, because I get around inspired people who help me gain access to my dreams and my goals and my desires.
Well, Dr. B, I've got to say, I love your energy, right? So if I lack energy on this call, you're going to make up for me, okay? So I appreciate that. And frankly, yes, Dr. B is the real deal, right? I'm endorsing Dr. B because he is the real deal. He's legitimate. He's done the things. He's been down the road. He understands sacrifice. He understands what it takes when it comes to discipline and habits and structure. He has the leadership. He has the passion. He has the skill sets. He has the expertise. Right. And this is what it's about. So when I partner with people, I don't partner with everybody. And, just like you, I'm sure, but I get pitched all the time. Hey, let's partner with this. Let's do this together. And I don't have the bandwidth to do it with everybody. Right. But as much as I love everybody, I just can't do it. Right. But this particular project, the program that we're talking about today, is near and dear to my heart, because what changed my life was my morning routine and my evening routine. Right. The bookends of your day. I understood the power of starting the day right and ending the day right. And what should I be doing on the bookends of my day to create maximum productivity and high performance and take my life to a whole nother level personally and professionally? I understood this. So that's what led to me writing my book. And that's what led to me creating this journal, the 90-day battle plan, because I believe in 90-day sprints. I'm not talking about sprints running around your neighborhood. I'm talking about sprints like cycles of activity for 90 days, 3 months of laser focus. I call it being in monk mode, M-O-N-K, monk. Like a monk is laser, like a monk mode, right? Being laser focused. And after 90 days, you look up and breathe a little bit and go take a vacation or do whatever you want to do. And then you focus and hunker down again for 90 days. I build my business in 90-day sprints, 90-day increments. I build my life in 90-day sprints. That's why this was born. So shout out to L.S. Kirkpatrick. L.S. Kirkpatrick was my publisher for this, which is why she's on here. As you can see here, I developed the actual thing. And this is my passion, right? Productivity, high performance, habits, structure, discipline, systems, that kind of thing. So the fact that you have created what you created, I said, well, I created this over here. Let's make some tweaks, some adjustments. Let's merge what I'm doing and what you're doing, and here we are today. So let's pivot into that. Good to see you, Angeline, and all you who are tuning in live. Tell us a bit about the program itself. How does it work, Dr. B?
Yeah, and so it's based on keeping promises to yourself. And one of the things that folks don't do a really good job of is keeping those promises to themselves, because somehow we believed that we were supposed to do all this by ourselves. And when I think about, the different two words is responsibility, and then there's accountability. Responsibility is you've already kind of messed up, and now you got to take responsibility for what you've already done. It's something that happens in the past that you've already done. Accountability is where you declare something in the future that you're going to do, and then you've made this promise to yourself that you're going to let that happen, and then you begin the process of doing it. Well, we are not good as human beings. We are not good at doing a lot of this by ourselves. If you can just now think of times in your life when you've accomplished something, I bet there was somebody along with you that you did it with. You didn't do it in isolation. You probably declared it to somebody. This is what I'm going to do. You see all these different fitness programs out there. I know Jose's doing one right now. They just started a few days ago. He is asking and soliciting folks to do it with him, because he knows he can be more accountable to himself if there's other people that are along that are watching you to doing it. That's where the transformation comes in. Remember when if you've ever been to the gym on January 1st, where everybody makes all of these resolutions and says, I'm going to be at the gym, and you go there and you can't even get to a machine because there's so many people that are working out. Well, what do people do? They go hard as they can on that first day. They show out, they wear the beautiful uniforms, and then 6 days later they're sore. They don't want to come back. They haven't really been accountable or made a plan on how they're going to do it. And now they have failed themselves one more time. You know, by January 15th, when I was a trainer and I was working in the gym, I could go, if I could just get through these 15 days of all these people in here, now I can weed out the folks who are serious about it. And now I can really start working with them. And that's exactly what we're going to do. I don't want you to be that guy that's in the gym anymore. I want you to be able to declare what you want to do. And then 90 days later, you want to achieve it. You know, I talked about, you know, the high school champions that I just have. A high school track season is about 90 days. So I got to take somebody from the beginning when they start running it in February through May when we have our state championship. And there's all these things that we get to do. There's 30-day portions of it, 60-day, 90 days. And so what I'm going to ask you to do as a part of it is every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, you're going to get on what we call, you know, a Slack channel. If you've never used it, we'll show you how to do it. And you're going to literally say, this is my top 3 things that I'm going to do today. Now, I'm into your life assessment and, you know, what we call identity and alignment and faith and health and all these other things. So I'm going to ask that maybe one of those be one of your top 3, be something that's going to improve your life. Let's say you have a relationship with your wife that you want to improve over those 90 days. Then every day, one of your top 3 can be, I'm going to write a note to my wife, or I'm going to do this with my wife, or I'm going to speak to her a little bit different. And you're going to be accountable to a group of people, 5 or 6 people that are going to be in a pod or a group with you. And you guys are going to do life together for 90 days. On Fridays, we're going to get eyes on you. You're going to just get on at a time. We're going to go 15, 20 minutes, and we're just going to make sure you're doing okay. On Tuesday nights, we're going to have a class where we're going to wait. Well, wait a minute. I don't know if my declaration or my goal fits into the activity that I'm going to do. And so you're going to have people like in a mastermind type situation that are going to say, wait a minute, maybe you could try this, or maybe you could try this, or maybe that is really probably not too realistic. Like, yeah, I know you said you want to make $250,000 in 90 days and you want to work 15 minutes a day, and that probably isn't going to happen. So let's scale that down to something that absolutely will happen. But what if you were able in 90 days, and these are 90-day, what we used to call madman cycles, and I can say almost everything that was a great move in my life happened over a 90-day cycle where I got going. Yeah, I might have taken longer to get to it, or several of them stacked on, because you can do anything for 90 days. You can ask your body, you can ask your mind, you can ask your heart to do anything for 90 days, and then you get consistent at it. And when you get consistent, not perfect, but you can get consistent at it. And now you have somebody that you're accountable to, that you're working through it together, and you're walking side by side, hand in hand, to make that happen. If you were going to climb a mountain, and that mountain was something that where you going, I don't know if I could get there. And I'm not talking about a hill. Like we have these 14ers in 14,000 feet places in Colorado here that people can go on a hike and get, maybe you start in the middle and get to the top of the day and come back. I'm talking like Mount Kilimanjaro, where you got to have 3 days of different little spots where you got to continue to stop. But let's say you did that for 2 days and you made base camp and you're not sick and you're with this group of people. What is the chances you're going to give up with the group of people? You're not. You're going to go through it. You already went through half the journey. But what if you looked at the mountain and go, whoa, I guess not, which most of us do in a lot of the things that we declare. In most of our businesses, when we don't succeed or we don't win or we fail at them, is because we made these resolutions at the beginning of the year. We made these promises, but we didn't bring anybody along with us. If you think of one today of a resolution or something, we're in August now as we're filming this. And so if you made one in January that you didn't hit, how many people did you tell that you were going to do it? My guess is probably nobody, because then you don't have to account to anybody else that you didn't do it if you didn't tell anybody, or you told a few people and you made an excuse of why you could do it. Why? Because they weren't there to encourage you. You know, and I'll finish with this, Jose, is I did a study with my track coach in college, and he was doing extroverts and introverts, and it was part of his doctoral dissertation. He had me and a guy named Dave Johnson, who was a bronze medalist in the decathlon back in Barcelona. I don't know if you remember those Dave and Dan commercials where they were going back and forth who's going to be the greatest athlete. Well, Dave and I were the people who encouraged I guess the 20 or 30 girls that were in the study. So we had one group that had to go a mile, and Dave and I encouraged them. We sat at two different parts of the field, and we just told them they were the greatest ever. Keep going, you can do this, you can do this. And then we had a set of girls that went around the track the whole time, and nobody said anything to them. At the end of the study, the girls that actually made it through and didn't quit are the ones that Dave and I spent time encouraging every single day that we did it, whether they were extroverts or introverts. It didn't matter. The encouragement is what made the difference. And then the girls who didn't get any encouragement, that just tried to do it on themselves and do their own journals, and they weren't even there. They didn't even finish hardly any of it. And that's why this part of this just came to mind. Like, why are we not doing this in every business, in every aspect, in every way, the best that we possibly can? And so that's what that's what the program is about. That's how the program works. Jose, if you want to jump in and we can talk a little bit more, but that is essentially what we're doing for 90 days that you can do this with us.
Yeah. Do you have the flyer to be able to share it on the screen or not yet?
I don't have it yet. I will grab it real quick and I will get it to you.
While he's doing that, I'll tell you right now, listen, everyone, I read an amazing book. The book was Your Best Life Ever by Michael Hyatt. If you haven't read that book, I encourage you to read it. It talks about 10 life domains, right? And they're all interconnected. A lot of people focus on 3 or 4 areas of your life and they forget about all the rest. They kind of sweep it under the rug, right? You might have the nice car, good income, good health. You might have, a lot of great intellect because you're always learning and reading books and taking courses and programs, but your marriage is falling apart, or you're not there for your children, or you have zero spiritual life, right? And so on and so forth. So they all affect each other. They're interconnected. So it's important to be well-rounded in how you approach life and business. So I understood this. Right. I understood this. So whenever I set goals for my life, I set goals in 10 areas of my life, not just 1, not just 2 or 3. Right now, but there's always this one thing that is the outlier, that is your struggle, that if only you could fix this one thing, it could actually help you get to the next level. And that usually is something that's going to require you to install in your life habitually. And they say it takes 21 days to create a habit. That's old #fake news, apparently, right? After further research, 21 days was done on rats. And that was where the data came from. And I only know this because I've read the research and the more recent data that talks about it. You can read that in Jim Quick's book, Limitless, or you can read it in Michael Hyatt's book as well, Your Best Year Ever. But it actually takes an average of 66 days to install a new habit in your life. And that's for a moderate habit. Like, that's 66 days is for like, okay, I want to read 10 pages a day, right? Not too hard to do. Maybe 66 days it takes that, right? It's on average. Now, if you want to run 2 miles a day, that's a lot more strenuous. A lot more discipline is required. So they say it takes even more. It takes 90, sometimes 120, right? But it depends on the habit. So 90 days is just right for what we're looking to achieve here, for just most habits that are out there. And that's why I developed this 90-day battle plan, right? This 90-day battle plan here talks about the 10 life domains. It has a space for your calendar where you can jot down your day-to-day notes section. It has a journaling piece here where you can quite literally talk about your top 10 business to-do list items. You can talk about your top personal items here to do. The things I'm grateful for, gratitude journaling here. Who do I need to connect with today? Your affirmations for the day, your top 3 wins for the day, an evening routine piece here, journaling as well. You have your month to date, the entire month here at a glance, right? You have so many things here in this, and this is 3 months in one juicy planner, right? So this is part of the deal. When you join this program, hey Tish, good to see you. When you join this program here that we've developed, I am telling you, you get access to this. You get access to the accountability piece. Do you know why people hire? Personal trainers? not so much because of their knowledge. A lot of the stuff that you're being taught by a personal trainer, not to knock any personal trainers, because I have many friends that are personal trainers, right? But a lot of stuff today, you can find it on YouTube for free, right? It's the accountability, the follow through, the, hey, I'm going to show up. You better show up, right? You're paying me to hold you accountable. I'm going to give you a hard time when I got to give you a hard time. I'm going to kick you in the butt when you need kick you in the butt, right? That's the power of accountability. You're not doing it alone. And together, as they say, a rising tide raises all ships. And that's the power of this community. That's the power of this group that we've developed, this program. It is just absolutely stellar. So can you share that flyer there?
I sure can.
If you'd be so kind. As you could see, this is a flyer that we're literally about to roll out today, effective immediately to the entire world. Okay, so you guys, whoever's watching this live right now, you have your first eyes on it. It's Becoming the Person Universe. Okay, this is about faith, accountability, and execution.
Whoops, sorry.
Faith, accountability, and execution. This is faith-based. So we're looking for faith-based individuals because we're going to incorporate a lot of that into this space here. Accountability. You're going to be held accountable like you've never been held accountable before. And execution. Execute, execute, execute. I have this on my desk at all times. Execute. You see that as execute. That I hold this on my desk at all times. That's what this is about. And there is so much involved here. Again, this is Jose Escobar, Dr. Brian E. Arnold coming together, creating something absolutely special for you. And you know what? We all are working on something. Can I tell you something? None of us have arrived. Have you arrived? Whoever's watching this, the answer is no. I promise you haven't, right? None of us have arrived. We're all working on something. It could be in your faith space. It could be in your marriage. It could be in your health. It could be in your parenting. It could be in your business. It could be in your intellect. It could be in your emotional state. It could be in your finances. Right? We all have something that we're trying to improve that if only we install the right habit and hit it for 90 days, the game can change. And that's what this is about. So would you like to elaborate on a bit more about how people can get started with this, Dr. B?
Yeah, the best way to get started, and I will put this up on the screen, is if you go to Becoming the Person, go to becomingtheperson.com. So becomingtheperson.com, and I'm going to put these website right here on the screen so that you can see it real quick. And so on here, you will see that there is a video. Let's see if that pops up here. So there's a video right here that is from me that explains the program even better than I just explained it a second ago. It's only about 4 minutes long that you're going to be able to do that. Thank you. Then you'll have some screens that kind of tell about how the program works. And then you'll have this declaration. So we have a declaration form that you will fill out that will say it's declaration at Becoming the Person, or declare at becomingtheperson.com. That will show exactly what you want to do over your next 90 days. And so we're going to have you do that. I'm going to have this maybe life assessment that you'll be able to fill out so you can kind of see where you're at in those 8 key areas of your life. And then we have some pricing that's available for you here, and you can see it. You can click on these. And so for now, for the first 50 people that are part of coming in right now, we're at $497 for 90 days. So $497 gets you 90 days. Now, when I was thinking about this, and Jose, I don't know if you've been a golfer ever, but I know all these people that go to they go out to the golf course and they spend $600, $700, $800 on a driver. And then they hit it all over the place, not even close to the green or the greenway or the fairway or anything like this. And I started thinking about all the things over the last 60 years of my life that I've spent money on, and how many of that actually helped me be as successful as I possibly could. And what I realized is I've spent $500 like a drop of a hat over and over and over again. And maybe it was just for one day maybe it was a meal that we had for several people and the experience was great, but nothing that transformed my life like this would do over 90 days. And so, but some folks, what's going to happen is you're going to go 90 days. You're going to go, wait a minute, I love this. Now I love this, love this, love this. And then you go, okay, so, but I did it for that one thing. I want want to do it for my relationship with my wife. I want to do it for my business growth. I want to do it for this. And for me, I've done so many different 90-day cycles. This is probably something that I want to do over and over again. And so we have a year program that you can do. And then we have a lifetime program as well, where you can say, wait, I'll go 2 months, I'll skip a month, and then I'll come back. And I'll let you, if you want to, I'll let you say a little bit more about this before I go through the rest of the site, if you'd like.
Yeah. So to wrap up here, we don't want to hold everybody long here, but just know that, listen, it's live. Like, this is not a theory. This is not like it's coming. It's here. It's now. So we're currently enrolling for our next cohort that's around the corner. And we'd like to get a full room of September 1st of winners. We want a room of winners that are committed to improving their lives personally and professionally. Right. And I'm telling you right now, there is no question whether this program works. You know why? Because the systems and the processes and the things that were put into this with Dr. B and myself have been proven already. And we all know that if you hunker down with accountability for 90 days, a lot can change. This is a given, right? But the problem is most of us don't have the environment to do that. And a lot of people don't have the bandwidth to give you that accountability as much as they'd like to, because we're all busy. Right. So this is your opportunity to actually do something about it. And there's options. So just go to the website, and he just literally put it there, becomingtheperson.com. So you literally just have to go to the website, go through it, digest it, watch the video, which, by the way, is a stellar video. Dr. B, great job there. And look at the price and see what makes sense for you. But I could tell you right now, I'd rather pay less than pay more. And once you install one habit, you know what you're going to want to do? You're going to want to install another one. And then you're going to want to install another one. And then another one. And you might take a break at some point and say, you know what, I'm going to take the next 90 days off, and then I'm going to pick up in 90 days after that and install another one. But the installation process of habits and discipline never ends. This is a lifelong journey, and we're always working on something. So I'm a lifetime kind of guy. I'm a platinum VIP kind of guy. Everywhere I go, I'm like, what's the best ticket I can buy here? Right? If I'm going to be in on something, I'm all in. I'm not kind of in. I don't poke anything with a stick. So hopefully you're that kind of person. But whatever works for you works for us. That's why there's options, right? So you select the option that makes the most sense. But I'm telling you right now, I want to work with you. Dr. B wants to work with you. We are going to work with you on the inside of this thing. And we only bring our best. Okay, and guess what? I'm involved. Like, I'm making my declaration September 1st because I got some things I got to work on, just like all of us, right? So, and the cool thing is you get to physically fill out a document. It's a declaration page that's super professionally done, and you get to keep that bad boy in front of you. It's just a really cool piece that you hold. You can fold it up, put it in your wallet, take it away everywhere you go. And a goal is not a goal until it's written down, right? We're incorporating those principles. And then you have Dr. B doing some trainings. And you have me adding value in the Facebook group that we're going to have, and all the other things that we're doing. And we're going to be reaching out to you, and we're all going to be seeing what everybody's doing, because we have the Slack page where you can hold that accountability. And I'm telling you, this is something special. And I don't attach myself to just anything. This is something I attach myself to because I believe in it. I have done it in my own life. I have done it in my own way. And when I saw what Dr. B is doing, I said, that is brilliant. And you have some components that I don't have, and I have some components that you don't have. And if we just put this thing together, guess what? Exponential growth happens, and transformation happens for the right person. So if you are on the edge thinking, is this for me? Let me tell you something. Stop thinking, start acting. Execution is where your life changes. We want to see on the inside.
Absolutely. Thank you for being here. Just even on my golf club, Matt, like, you can buy that golf club, but that's not what's going to make the difference in your life. Here, when you get in, you are not just swinging a new golf club. You are swinging with a whole bunch of people that have your best interest at heart. We want to see you. I have a group that's going right now. We have a cohort that's going through right now. And we started August 1st. In 3 weeks, you can see the difference in their lives and the things that they're doing, and how excited. Not one of them saying, oh, I wish I would have done something different, or I wish I didn't do this. I wish I wasn't involved. And we want you on September 1st. We want the room to be full. We want you to be with the amount of people that you're with, because your dreams are so important to us.
Yeah. And so again, sign up.
All right.
Not for me, not for Dr. B, for you. And we're going to be all in with you. If you're all in with us, we're all in with you. Go to the website. Again, it's on the screen right now under Dr. B. It's becomingtheperson.com. We're going to put this flyer all over social media. You're going to see the flyer floating around. You're going to see the links everywhere. It's going to be hard not to trip over the link. Okay, so let's get there. We'll see you September 1st, and we're going to rock and roll. It's going to be great. Thank you, Dr. B.
All right. Thank you. Talk to you guys soon.